What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all good on this, well, for me, somewhat decent weather Saturday from where I am, but obviously for you, maybe fucking different. I hope you're all good. I hope everyone's enjoying their weekends very well. Back again today, as you probably see by the title of this stream, or if you're watching this back later, the title of this video. This is my thoughts on EGX 2021. Now, the show itself was, as a whole, the show's still going on as I'm recording this video. I know Troopers was there. And if Troopers, if you watch this video back later, please comment on your thoughts, or if not, WhatsApp me. So obviously I'd done the Thursday, Friday. So I'll talk about each separate day I've done, I think, and basically these sort of overall sort of what we've done, this, that, and the other. So first we rocked up was me, my mate Ash, and my mate Callum went. Callum drove all three of us up there because he picked me and out from mine. Then we sort of rocked up to London. The drive, surprising for half, by the time we got close to London, about 8:30, 8:45, London traffic was bad, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So what we sort of got up there. Obviously, we got these, you go into your tickets. I actually fucked up on my tickets. Just the way I read the tickets, it was basically, I thought, I'm here at 2 o'clock. No, that's the time it starts, 10 till 6. I was like, bollocks. So, mate Callum actually going at 10. I had to wait till 11, which was annoying, but I didn't mind. I'd rather get into the show than sort of not get in at all. Or have a show at least, you know what I mean? So obviously at every time I sort of look at the layout of the show, the sort of the games, there's a few games I knew I wanted to play, which I will talk about. There's a few games we've done the second Friday, a bit different to the Thursday, I'm talking about now. There's a few games I actually saw on the Friday, which I'm glad I played. But there's a few games Friday I wanted to play. So eventually I got in at 11. Met my mate and things like that. But the show itself, obviously, Trooper probably sort of testified to this, especially if Trooper's been to Res, he'll sort of kind of testify to this. Because I'm not sort of putting, I'm sort of back EGX a bit here. Because this is the first show since COVID's been lifted, companies like Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo basically weren't there. Disappointing, but at the same time, they're not going to spend big amounts of money coming from, say, America or Japan or whatever, come to the UK for either no one turning up or potentially chance of going locked in at any time sort of thing again, which was understandable. But I think, so the show floor itself kind of reminded me of an EGX Res, which do not get me wrong, I love my EGX Res, but it's meant to be a big EGX. The fact that some of the big games that were there, like Back 4 Blood, that's coming out in a few days. I think as far as I know, it's coming out Tuesday. By the time the show in Sunday, I think, oh, I didn't play it, I didn't play it. You're waiting 2 days, it's out. But but the show itself was fantastic for me. So I was looking around, the few games I wanted to play, one of them was a game called Dark Fractures. This was in like these sort of res area of the show floor, which was if you haven't been or you have got or you haven't been or you have done, you might know this now. As you enter in on the right, it's sort of the res is both sides of the entrance as you enter. The game I'm talking about was on the right sort of thing. And it is basically a psychological horror game. So you listen out for noises, you sort of try and make sure you don't go fucking mental in the game sort of thing. It's you try to sort of solve puzzles, try and work out this, work out that, and sort of get through the missions or this specific part of the game. Which when the game comes out, Dark Fracture, I will happily. So I know I think Thursday night I looked at when it's coming out, and I think the bloke confirms roughly coming should be coming out next year on Xbox, PlayStation, things like that. So I want to sit down properly and play it because it was the sort of game where you need the headphones or you need to sort of listen to the noises. The sort of part of that is due to the noise. And for hunting things and things like that. But it was a fantastic game. I sort of quit, not because I was struggling, but it's sort of I was getting distracted by people walking past, noise from other stages and things like that. So I've done that. What else do we do? Was you carrying looking around a bit? We done on the Thursday. We sort of every now and then sort of helped us. Obviously, Coca-Cola would give out these sort of little sort of child-sized cans of fucking Coke Zero, which was quite nice. Obviously, you saved a bit of money on drink, and fucking buy the drink from there. It's fucking London prices expensive, so I'm like every 5 times going up and down getting fucking drinks. But what was it? Well, it was over 18 section, which I thought, oh, we'll go to that. Back to Blood was there, or was he? Back for Blood. There was a sort of game that I was like, I wanted to play, but I was like, you know what? I want to see what the fuss about, sort of thing. Got there, it was like, what's going on? Like, Blood went, oh, not too much luck. I'm like, fucking cum stain. I don't know what I'll do next. But I remember one of my mates, someone who I got on Facebook, his name's Glenn. Obviously, if you've been to EGX a few times, you might have seen Glenn walk around. He normally dresses up as Hitman. Also, I thought, oh, he's here. I remember, I know he's here, sort of thing. I messaged him, like, how are you, sort of thing. And he went, oh, I'm at the retro section. I went, oh, I'm at the over 18 section, which there weren't much difference. Which side of the show. So we met up, we spoke. It was really nice. It was already someone like that who I've seen pretty much multiple times since going to EGX since fucking 2011. Not had a proper chance to actually speak to him properly, which for me was quite nice. I think I spoke to him for a good 45 minutes to an hour, and obviously if you ever go to EGX and you see someone just up as Hitman, the high chance it's Glenn. So I spoke to him. Then I thought, fuck it, I'll go to the retro section, have a little see what's there, sort of thing. It was compared to most years, it was about the same sort of size, but some of the games that are normally there weren't there. There weren't no Golden Eye or 4-player. There weren't no normal Pac-Man or normal Donkey Kong. That weren't there. But yeah, the other stuff, like you still had arcade machines, you had pinball machines. There was still another bit next to it. I forget what it was fucking called, but it's basically PlayStation and Xbox. You like certain consoles, and you choose your own. Like you give the person a case with a game you want to play. They do the disc, play it, and sort of it's like a little fucking like a blockbuster, but inside in a sense. So that was quite nice to see again. Then we sort of swang around a bit to the try to kill time for Back for Blood. I think so. My mate and that went off somewhere else, so I went to the old retail section. I was like, oh, I'll see the fucking. I don't remember the fucking name of the stall, but it's basically it's a retro shop stall type thing. I was like, oh, I want to buy games, or I want to buy some old games. I was like, trying to fucking find it. Could not fucking find it. I'm like, it's not fucking here. It's not here. Probably the only store I can buy from at the show was not there. I was like, you fucking bastards. So I still looked around anyway. I was like, I need to. I always try and at least buy something. I know at least for 2 days you normally get free shit anyway, which we do on a Friday. But I like to sort of spend a bit like if normally I take money anyway, but I want to spend it sort of thing, not like fucking blow it, but spend some of it sort of thing. Out of all the stalls, I was like, there was 2 stalls that had at least one thing on it I was kind of interested in, and they're both ball games, and I don't do ball games, not because I'm shit at them or I don't like them, it's because I have no one to fucking learn how to play them with. But 2 ball games. One was the Resident Evil 2 ball game. I think Glory Hunters. Don't know if you knew, there's only said about it. I think it was that one. And there was another store that had the Labyrinth board game, the film Labyrinth board game. And Labyrinth is probably either top 10 or top 5 favourite films of all time. Probably top 5 if I'm thinking about it. I was like, I would so want that. I was like, I had nowhere to put it. I'd make space for it, but I would have no one to play it with. Because I think, as far as I know, the people I would, if it makes it an play ball game, I'm probably the only person who enjoys the film Labyrinth. So I'll probably be the only person that sit down and enjoy it properly. So I didn't get it. And if it was basically, if the ball game itself was the same price as Resident Evil 1, I was basically not coming. I weren't going to the show the next day, sort of thing. So I was like, yeah, better not. So I totally looking around, and by this point, it was about 1 o'clock ish, or literally just before. So we went. Me, Callum, and Ashley basically went, fuck it, we'll go to the a racing section, and because it was in, we wanted to do Back for Blood, and so we're in the queue, and I don't remember who clocked it first, but they were checking ID for Aussie over 18s. And I'm like, I said to my mate Ash, went, I haven't got ID. Because prior up to this point, since 2011 and say this year, this was the second time they've only ever asked for ID. I'm like, bollocks, ain't going there. So I think my mate actually went like, if we stay in line, sort of see what we can do, see if we can get you in, sort of thing. Literally got to the front, they went to 3 for back for lads. I was like, we can do it. But I went, I have no ID. And so I let two mates in, but she came back out and went, you ain't got ID, sort of thing. And I was like, I'm not playing this. I thought, no, I'm not. She won't let me play this game. She went like, right, follow me quick. And I was like, oh, she's going to go, yeah, the exit's there, fuck off, sort of thing. And she sort of, into the middle of the booth, she went, she looked at me in the chair there. She went, rules are meant to be broken, enjoy, sort of thing. I was like, yes, I fucking love you, love. It's all quite cute, actually, to be fair, but that's beside the point. Rules meant to be broken, enjoy, sort of thing. And played back with lads. Obviously, a lot of people have said Back 4 Blood is basically it's basically the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. Now, me personally, I think I played Left 4 Dead once, maybe twice. So I'm probably the worst person to truly say if it's a worthy spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead series, which, from what I played the game, I really enjoyed it. Visually, it was, because the internet and the Excel was a bit naff. It was like, it was even on it lag because of the shit internet. But when you did a smooth bit of it, visually, I don't know on Xbox, I think. It was Xbox through advertising Game Pass as I walked in, so it was Xbox. So we're playing it, but I'm like, obviously, I'm looking at the team shooting. I'm assuming Back 4 Blood was one on the new Xbox. I'm like, do not get me wrong, this is a fantastic looking game. But I'm playing. I'm like, I can't. If this is what an early gen game looks like, obviously people obviously watch this channel have been through multiple beginning to end fucking console cycles. I'm like, this is fantastic. So now I can't wait now to see what the equivalent game would look like at the end of the gen. So it's fantastic, but obviously it's on different teams on mates, so I obviously finished early. I went off somewhere to look around and that. They came back out and when they sort of said like this shit sort of thing. It was them two and like 2 others, and the team they had like was shit. Like, one of the things you're not meant to have done was like, if the mission has birds on our rooftops, don't shoot the birds. Because you shoot the birds, you're fucked basically. The more zombies come out. I'm like, well, I've done that bad because it must still survive, sort of thing. But their team were basically fucking shooting birds, throwing fucking Molotov cocktails. I'm like, sounds like a shit show for you guys then. So to the point, we all separated again. Try and sort of find something to make the first day. Try and make it sort of get the money's worth out of the ticket, sort of thing. Because like I said, it was like a res type show. But obviously, then coming out of pandemic, we sort of expect that a bit. I think we all done other bits and bobs, played other bits and bobs. Got to a point where Callum I think it was Karen that said that. Basically said what I think quite a few people we all thought at some point the first day. Which basically was trying to sort of force ourselves to sort of do shit. Oh, didn't mean actually they were force ourselves too much on the first day because we were there yesterday, sort of on Friday. So and then he was sort of saying that I'm fucking if we're trying to force ourselves to do shit. We mean actually here Friday, and like Callum was like, I'm fucking tired anyway. Work tomorrow. I'm like, you know what? We'll have a little look. We'll do one more lap, see what we need. If there's anything we want to do, just more specifically, sort of him. If there isn't, we'll go, sort of thing. We'll go a bit early. But again, it's not weren't too bad for me and Ashton until we were there Friday. So, done the loop, a lap. Weren't sort of the worst stuff was more again more talent than nothing we wanted to do, so we sort of left. We got back to Marvin's in the afternoon, and sort of Callum got me an extra off at mine. So that was basically that was the first day. First day on the Thursday. So yesterday when me and Ash went, it was just me and Ash. Well, that's how it started off as anyway, only me and Ash. So Ashley picked me up from mine. We went to there's a cafe by Ash's by the train station, which my dad raved on about. So we sort of went there for breakfast. Like a massive fucking breakfast. Like it was like fucking two. It was like two bacon, two sausages, beans, two eggs, fried slice, two breads, tomatoes, mushrooms, and black pudding. But I don't like mushrooms, so I removed that. Don't like black pudding, so I'll replace that with bacon. But it was massive, but it was all really nice. We had that. Then we went. We had that. We went to grab the train. Grab the train from where I am. So the closest one to me is Langdon. So from Langdon to West Ham, then from West Ham to Custom House, which basically where Excel is. But literally, I think as we got onto the stop, as we got onto the train to go from there to Custom House, the train was quite quiet, or quiet-ish sort of thing, and so I actually sort of stood up, but maybe in the fat fucker I had myself down. But I sat down next to a couple, and so we got to the same stop, so I was like, okay. And but they must have sensed the bird of the couple must have sensed like we were going to eat EGX because she sort of because the way we were trying to find the way out sort of thing. She said, "Are you going to EGX?" Like, yeah, we are. So that sort of thing. And I thought to myself, this is the sort of situation where we'll walk with them to the Excel, they will go in, we won't see them again, sort of thing. Nope, all day with them. Vicky and I actually don't remember my boyfriend's name. Husband's name. It was Vicky and saying it was Vicky and's husband's. But all day, but we actually they were basically the same sort of plan of action as we were. Our plan of action was basically the red section pretty much play at least 85% of the games there, and do a bit of the leftovers section. We'll see what's in the leftovers. Left fields collection. I keep calling it leftover collection, but it's left field collection. So we've done Dark Faction again. There was like a game that Ashley and Vicky's husband were playing. So I went back. It's like sort of top down shooting where you sort of do waves. So they were doing that. We've done quite a few games, but obviously one of the games they've done, it was I think like Gravity Custom, or it was one of these, without checking the map, just trying to check the map beneath my phone to stream. If I remember the name of the game, I will pin a comment to this with the name of the game. Or if Ashley sees this, he'll probably comment. But Ashley was playing it, and that's what I'm saying. Ashley will remember the game, or the name of the game. I just remember the way the game looks, but it's basically. So I really enjoy the look of the game, and I'm just the guy who's showing off the game. It'd be a perfect game for streamers because it's Tron color scheme in Doom style maps but you sort of every now and then the world flips. Every now and then, so you tackle the map differently. I'm like, I swear it was like called like Gravity Custom or something like that. But again, if I remember the name, I'll put it down below. But it was like, and the fact that it's been developed by university students, I thought part of me, I was watching my Ash play. I'm listening. I'm like, that puts most, maybe not like visually it looked quite good, but the way the game, probably as a streaming game, especially with interaction with audiences or like fun games, it puts a lot of games to shame from what I saw. So he's done that. A lot of the race games, I probably won't remember the name of, unfortunately smaller games. But I know that we've done quite a few. We've stopped at so many. So we went through the red section. Then we had a look in the left field collection, and I was like, oh, I want to find fuck in there. I want to play, sort of thing. So I looked left, but obviously by the time I got into the thing, actually we looked left. So when I looked left, it was like looking right, sort of thing. He was like, Bill, what? Look at that. But it was like because he saw a Game Boy player in a SNES, naturally he sort of said to me about it. He was like, what's that? So I looked at it, the bear was talking to me about it, and she went, do you want to try it, sort of thing? Well, fuck it, yeah, I'll try it. The game was called Defused, but when it's written down, it's sort of D, little star sort of symbol, fused, Fuzed. I have said to Cooper's World about playing it today. Whether he does or not, I don't know, but I would love to hear his opinion on it. So it basically, from what she was telling me, which she's told me more than what I could find online, apart from the fucking trailer. But it's basically a sort of turn-based game. So you've got a map, sort of top down, little squares. Right, there's holes here in certain spots. Right, there's a laser. There's a laser in certain spots. Bombs will fall. Right, the bombs have numbers on. Let's say 4. Right, that number is turns. So you basically either, but also another challenging element to the game is the laser has a number on it. Again, turns. So the bomb set the bomb has 4, laser has 2. Right. So you not only just if you're close enough so you can hit the bomb, basically defuse the bomb. If you're close enough to do that, you can the 4 less, you can do it. But also you've got to keep an eye out for the laser, which only has 2 moves. So you need to also do that so you don't get fucked by the laser. But also, because there's multiple bombs, you have to sort of make sure on their sort of timers, their movements, so you don't. So you think, oh, I'll get that one, and then that one, then that one, and that one. But the end one, you keep an eye on because that one might explode one. That one might explode, then explode the one next to it that might kill you. So it's basically like a strategy sort of turn-based type game, sort of stop bombs and things like that. But it's also a bar at the bottom, a health bar type thing, which I think you have to fill up, like you said. But it was I'm sitting there playing it. I'll do a few goes and go. I was like, I was like, no, I've got to fucking sit down for this. I was like, it was really addictive sort of thing. Then she went, but also she went, because it is to me, when it comes out, it is to me a new Game Boy game. They also had an original Game Boy, like a backlit one, where you try it on there and all, went, fuck yeah, I'll go on this sort of thing. I tried the game both on a backlit of the backlit Game Boy and on the obviously a CRT through a Game Boy player on SNES. And so my mates, they were looking at other stuff while I was playing it sort of thing. And I was there for 10, 15 minutes playing. And she went like, she made one question she asked me was, did you prefer it on handhelds or on the TV? I went, for me, because she actually said like most people prefer one or the other. Went for me, I enjoy it on both, which generally I did enjoy them on both. And what's the question she asked me? Now, one question she's talking to me. She said to me, like, this build here is we was having problems with the current build, so this is the build before it sort of thing. And I sort of said to her, like, I went to her, like, for me personally, like, for me, I said to her, other people I think different, but for me, if the game releases with this build, for me, I'm happy. That was for me, that was a fun game. But again, I need to find more information on it, like release date, where I can buy it, how much, sort of thing. I think she's doing it next year. I think. I did say about a leaflet. She went, yeah, what leaflets? She never fucking gave me one. Well, she can give me one, but not a fucking leaflet. So I've done that eventually, and left eventually. Then we went to. Where did we go after that? I think we we've done pretty much. I think we've done so much on the second day anyway. So much. Is that we done Back to Blood? We done Back to Blood again. They let me in. Thank fuck. We done these fucking. We had to look in the retail. Retail space again. I think Vicky and her partner bought some stuff. I think she bought a few t-shirts, not like a free mug. We done. I know what we done. We've done a bit of retro section. Got to a point as well. 5, 3, 4. Went like I think they went out for. I don't know. We had lunch. They had chips and a drink. We actually had Subway and a drink. Oh, then they went to then they was picking up when they for a fag. I was like, obviously me and Ashley don't smoke, but she was like, I thought we were going to come out for fresh air anyway. I was like, okay. And we're sort of standing now. And this is what I love about EGX. There's always at least one joke within the group of people that you're with that day or the whole 4 days or whatever. There's always tell me that insider joke. And we eventually got our little insider joke. Because there's a hotel basically outside XL. But it was the end of it obviously said hotel, but with the way the writing was, there was a better writing than like a W on his own than hotel. And also it was like, well, I actually sort of pointed it out, and I was like, oh, what was my what? Oh, what how? This is my what how? I'm like, so the whole afternoon I was doing like some sort of Chinese accent sound, or the way the W was at the hotel, like it was one word. I'm like, oh, what is my what how? This is my wife. She loved me a long time. Like, all afternoon it was like a running joke. Like it was one of the things where no matter how many times I've done it the rest of the day, it was still funny. Even on the or even on the train. So yeah, we've done that. We eventually went back into the show because one of the stalls we went to, which one of the stalls they were like it was one of these new sort of streaming apps. It was currently in beta, not Trove, I think it's called. And they were like, obviously, if you sign up, you put it in a competition, you should either win a t-shirt or a jumper. I'm like, okay. And they went, come back at this time, we'll do like a few spins and see if you won, sort of thing. Didn't win, obviously. Well, got to a point where like there's so many spins and no one fucking claims. And got to a point the bloke went, okay, if no one claims on this next one, we need like everyone to fucking t-shirt and jumper here. So, please, no one claim the next one. Span it, called them out, broke behind him. I was like, you fucking arsehole cunt. You still could have got one and so could everyone else. Just keep your mouth shut, you can. I'm like, you bastard. So we walked away from that disappointingly. And then we sort of had a little bit, by this point it was about 20 past 5. So we had a little around to obviously try and find that stuff to sort of, because we basically all of us wanted to stay until 6. So we were trying to find stuff to sort of do to sort of again get the money's worth at the ticket sort of thing. So it does report we carried on us around. I think they sort of played the game. I went back to left field selection. Play that game, defuse the game again. That so that took a bit of time. Then we went to basically just trying to find stuff to sort of kill time, sort of thing. They got to a point the last half an hour of the show. We sort of all four of us sort of sat in the Virgin Media booth because they had Fall Guys, whatever it was, like playable sort of thing, like booths, not booths, like TVs, like settees and shit like that. So we, for the last half an hour, 40 minutes, that we sort of sat there doing that. So 6 o'clock rolled around quite quick. So we decided walking back to the train station. They don't when they sort of got off on up to West Africa sort of thing, I think, if I remember correctly. I think if we had it on Facebook, so hopefully next year we can sort of do either a res or I would say London again, obviously, but we won't know where the next year's one will be until they announce it. Hopefully it's in London again. There's rumours of it being in Birmingham, but we won't know until that's announced, sort of thing. But overall, I think I enjoyed the show overall. It's if you're going there tomorrow and obviously tomorrow's the last day, but obviously if you're going there tomorrow and you're expecting a big show, don't. But at the same time, don't be disappointed that it's not. Because one of them, I think the common thing I kept saying during the show was you have to bear in mind this is the first EGX since the pandemic has sort of eased up a bit. Because you've got to bear in mind when the pandemic started or lockdown sort of started, it was pretty much just before EGX Res last year. Then it sort of then we opened up in like June, July time. Then we sort of everything's still up in the air, so we didn't have fucking last year's EGX. Then we had the fucking month lockdown. Then we had the fucking open up in December. 2 weeks later, then we lived another fucking lockdown, which then sort of delayed Res at the beginning of this year. It's the fact that we've gone through so many fucking even major lockdowns and little lockdowns, it's stopped three of the shows. It's just be fucking. That was a mistake I've done. I initially thought it was a big show. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, yeah, it's about you have to take into consideration the first show since lockdown. And for me personally, I would rather have next 2 shows, including this one, won't be as bad. Will be that sort of size because the next one's raised anyway. The one after hopefully shouldn't be too bad, because the first one way after fucking lockdown lifted sort of thing. So it should be alright. But I'd rather have a show like this than no show at all, personally. But that's just me. So to think about it, then with Miss Frey, like, a lot of people love Judge EGX, so no one really wants to miss a fault. So basically, that was basically my fault on the entire show of EGX. Well, not the entire show, because I only done the first 2 days. But again, I know Troopers was there today. I would love to sort of see if he does a video, his sort of faults. If he doesn't, WhatsApp me, mate. Let me know what you fault. And if you've done at any point to the show, at any point, whether it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or all 4 days, please let me know what you thought of the show. And I hope to speak to you guys very soon, and I hope you enjoyed this very mumbling stream. See you soon, guys.